Hey, what's up guys? It's Willem here from Africa TCG. I know it's quick, but I thought I would just give you guys a quick combo video, which is related to the deck profile that I did earlier today. So these are just going to be one card start, well, 1.5 card combos. I don't understand why people call it 1.5 card combos. The half card usually doesn't matter. Fight me if you disagree. But I'll say that this deck has a few 1.5 card combos. So I'm just going to start off with the most recognizable one, which is just going to be Sage plus any discard. So yeah, let's just go and start off by going normal summon Sage, and you'll activate Sage effect. That's going to search the Maiden of White from your deck to hand. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to link it off the Sage, and you're going to go into your Spirit, and your Spirit will then attempt to activate, and it will search the Mausoleum of White. The next step would be to go Mausoleum, and then you'll activate Mausoleum targeting the Spirit, and you'll dump a Blue Eyes White Dragon from deck. The reason why you do this first is to try and bait out Ogre, because you'd rather have this Ogre than you would the True Light. So next you're going to go Maiden of White effect from hand, and you're going to place the True Light from your deck. So at this point you're going to keep the True Light effect for a while. So you're going to go Spirit effect, tribute itself to summon a Blue Eyes from hand or graveyard. So that is going to summon back the Blue Eyes White Dragon. I'm just going to park him all the way over there. And then this combo obviously doesn't play through Nibiru or Ogre or anything like that. But there are lines to play through those cards. So yeah, when you summon the Blue Eyes White Dragon, you're going to attempt to activate the Maiden in grave. She's going to special summon herself. Then you're going to activate the True Light effect. I mean, you could have just waited on that, but okay, our True Light effect. And that is going to set the wishes for Eyes of Blue from the deck for you. So then you're going to attempt to activate the wishes, and you pray to whichever deity you believe in that it doesn't get ashed. And you're going to search specifically in this combo Master with Eyes of Blue, and I always search the Majesty just because it's a disruption even if you get disrupted. So now your wishes is in the grave, and then you're going to activate the wishes, banishing it to target your Blue Eyes to equip the Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon from it to it from your extra deck. The next step would be to use your additional normal summon of the Mausoleum, and you'll normal summon your Master, and you attempt to activate its effect to add back the Sage from your graveyard. From here, I would synchro summon with these two, and that is going to summon your Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. So that's your first Spirit Dragon for this combo. The next step, because you added the Sage and you can use both of the effects in a turn, you can now activate the Sage, sending it from hand to target the Maiden. So what this is going to do is, this is going to send the Maiden to summon a Blue Eyes monster from deck. However, the Maiden's quick effect is going to chain, because when she's targeted for an attack or card effect, you can chain the effect to special summon a level 1 Light Tuner or a Blue Eyes White Dragon from your graveyard. So you're going to go chaining 2 Maiden, and that is going to reborn the, sorry, not the Blue Eyes, the Sage with Eyes of Blue from your graveyard. And then the Maiden is going to be sent, and that is going to special summon the Jet Dragon. You're hoying cards here all over. Then from here you just synchro with these two. I mean, you could technically go into either Spirit, or you can go into your Erratic Seals by just making another Spirit with the Sage. It's just I don't like wasting 2 spirits in the first turn, and these just give you more versatility. And then you're just going to set your Majesty and pass. So essentially what's happening here is you've got your 2 tag outs, which is going to go into either the Ultimate Spirit, the Light Storm, the Azure Eyes, or the Black Rose Moonlight. So you've got both of these who can tag into either one of those. And then you've got the Majesty, which is going to be a non-target, destroy 1 card your opponent controls. And as soon as you destroy a card, your Jet Dragon will activate, attempting to special summon itself. So then you have a bit more protection on the board as well. And in terms of follow-up, obviously when you tribute these guys to go into whatever you need to do, on your follow-up, you can either set another Blue Eyes spell or trap from your deck, or you can just special summon the Blue Eyes to have guaranteed game on the next turn. But yeah, that's going to do it for the first combo. Let's go to the next combo. Alright, so the second combo is always going to be with Maiden. It's going to end on the same board, but you just take a bit of a different route to get to the same end board. So what you're going to do is you're going to activate the Maiden to send, this can be from field or from hand, to place the True Light from deck. So you're going to activate that. You're going to activate the effect of True Light. That's going to place the wishes face down. And then you're going to activate that, fetching your one card. And then you're going to add your Sage and your Majesty. Yeah, you guys will realize that I usually search Majesty in these combos just because, like I said, it guarantees you a disruption. And I mean, you can search Raw if you want to extend a bit further, or if you want to go for seals. It really depends on the matchup. So then after this, you're just going to go normal the Sage effect to add the Master with Eyes of Blue. Then you're going to link your Sage into your Spirit. The Spirit will activate to add the Mausoleum to your hand. You're going to go activate the Mausoleum, effect of Mausoleum, dumping the Blue Eyes from deck to grave. Then you're going to go activate the Spirit effect, and you're going to special summon the Blue Eyes. You're going to activate the Maiden effect, and then you're going to go normal summon your Master. As you did in the previous combo, you just add back your Sage. Also, don't forget your Wishes effect to equip your Blue Eyes. And then you're just going to synchro with these guys into your first Spirit Dragon. So that's going to be there. And then you are going to go Sage effect, targeting the Maiden chain link 2, reborn the Sage. And then that's going to be sent. You're going to summon your Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. And then you're going to synchro these guys into your second Spirit. And boom, there you go. That's your Maiden 1-card combo. Alright guys, and here's the third 1.5 card combo. This is going to be the Neo Kaiser Seals. Now this combo ends up a bit weaker than the previous two combos. It is just one of those things where all your starters can't be the same quality. I mean, we're not playing 2017 Zodiac anymore. So yeah, let's just do this one. It's going to be normal summon Seals. So when he's sent from field to grave, you can dump a Blue Eyes, or like a Blue Eyes White Dragon, or a monster that specifically lists Blue Eyes White Dragon. So what we're going to do is we're going to link that into the Spirit. So here you can, it depends on what your hand looks like, but in the confines of this 2-card combo, we're just going to say it's chain link 1, chain link 2. And then we're going to, let's go chain link 1, chain link 2, and then you're going to add the Mausoleum. And the Kaiser Seals is going to send the Maiden of White because she lists Blue Eyes White Dragon specifically in her text. Now you're going to activate the Mausoleum. Mausoleum targets the Spirit, and then it dumps a Blue Eyes. Now you're going to go Spirit effect to tribute and to special summon the Blue Eyes back from graveyard. You're going to activate the Maiden of White, and that's going to be summoned from graveyard. Now you're going to send the Maiden of White, and you're going to place your True Light face up. You're going to activate your True Light effect, and that is going to set you a Wishes. Now you activate your Wishes, you're pitching your random card, and from here you add your Sage and still your Majesty. And then you activate your Wishes in grave, you target your Blue Eyes, you equip the Neo Ultimate. Now you use your additional normal summon. Remember, you started your normal summon with the Neo Kaiser Seals, so you're just going to normal summon the Sage. You're going to activate the effect of Sage. That's going to add you an effect veiler. So then you just synchro with these guys into your Spirit Dragon, and you set your trap, and then you pass. So as you can see, this combo obviously just loses the one extra Spirit Dragon. If you wanted to, you could technically search the Raw, and that would probably give you a Seals if you play it outright. It's just, I prefer going this route. Because the interactions are a bit more layered. So you got like a monster that's a disruption, you got a hand trap, and you've got a trap. And then obviously you still got your normal follow-up. This is pretty decent. It's obviously not the best, but yeah, let's go to the fourth 1.5 card combo. Alright guys, so this is going to be the fourth combo. This is obviously with a Wishes for Eyes of Blue and a random discard. So what you're going to start off with is going to go wishes, obviously pitching your card. Then you add your sage, and here you add the raw. The raw is much better in this combo. I mean, it's interchangeable. You're going to get either or, but I believe this just helps you a bit to play through hand traps a bit better. Well, not only hand traps, but it changes your end board slightly. So then you're going to go normal summon your sage. You're going to go effect of sage. That's going to add your maiden from deck to hand. Then you are going to obviously link into your spirit. Your spirit will search your mausoleum. You'll go activate mausoleum, effect from mausoleum, and then you're just going to dump your blue eyes. Next thing you do is just going to be send your maiden, and that is going to place your true light on board. Now from here you have a couple of options. It's either you can activate the raw to summon another blue eyes from deck to go for the seals, so the erratic seals, and then you can make the use the true light to summon back the blue eyes. However, I feel it's a bit more important to rather play it through, because you see the way I'm going to do is going to be a bit different. So I'm just going to go spirit effect. That is going to summon the blue eyes obviously from graveyard, and then your maiden will trigger to summon herself back. You're going to use your wishes to banish and equip it to your equip and fusion monster from your extra deck to your blue eyes. From here, because you control blue eyes, you can actually activate raw, and this will special summon a blue eyes monster if you control blue eyes. If you do not control blue eyes, you can only summon the blue eyes from your deck, graveyard, or banishment, and you are locked into dragon type monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn, which is kind of irrelevant in this deck. However, let's just continue, and it does summon in defense, unfortunately. So you're going to summon out your blue eyes jet dragon here. So after this, you have one or two choices. You can either make these guys into the seals. So let's just say you make the seals. That is going to end up looking like this with your seals in the extra monster zone. Then you're going to activate the true light to summon back the blue eyes, and then you can make spirit with these two. However, the combo that I prefer is just to go for the spirit right here. So you synchro with your blue eyes and your maiden. You go into spirit, and then in the end phase, or whenever you'd like, you can activate the true light, because you haven't activated this effect yet. So you can activate this, and then you can set the majesty from your deck. So what this accomplishes is it diversifies your interaction. So it's not only stuck to two monsters being your only disruptions, it's a monster plus a back row that is a disruption for you. On top of the fact that you get, either way, you get access to your jet in this combo, which is quite nice. However, it does lose a bit harder to something like Ash. I mean, it is what it is. It's just one of those hand traps that does stop you at a very awkward time. Although Ash is not always the best card against this deck, but I mean, this is still a decently performing board if you have to make it work. Okay guys, so this is also a fifth combo for you guys that kind of plays through Nib if you bait it out. In this combo, you can either use Sage or the Maiden. I suppose it works with Wishes as well. It's just not as... No, I don't think it works with Wishes, but let's say if you draw Sage or Maiden, either of them will get you to an quote-unquote anti-Nib combo, or just playing through Nib rather. So in the combo, you're just going to go normal summon your Sage. Wait, let me just get a Nib out here for you. So you've got the looming threat of Dwayne Johnson falling on your head, but we'll keep that out of sight for now. So you're going to go Sage effect. That's going to add the Maiden of White. So then you're going to link your Sage into your Spirit. So your Spirit will activate, and it will get you on Mausoleum. So keep in mind that's already been 2 summons now. You're going to go activate Mausoleum, effect of Mausoleum, targeting your Spirit to dump your blue eyes. From this point on, you are going to activate your Maiden effect, and she is going to place your True Light face up on the board. You're going to activate your True Light effect, and that's going to place your wishes face down. You are going to activate your wishes. You're going to pitch your random card. That's going to add your master, and that's going to add your majesty. Your next step is going to be to tribute your spirit, to special summon your blue eyes back from graveyard. And it's very important at this point you don't activate your maiden, you keep her in graveyard for now. Then you activate your wishes. You are going to target your blue eyes to equip. You're going to use your additional normal summon, and this is going to summon your master with eyes of blue. That effect is going to activate to add the sage from your graveyard back to your hand. So if you remember, or if you've been keeping track, this would be your fourth summon of your master. And then you can go into your spirit. So you're going to plonk your spirit on the field. You're going to set your majesty, and you're going to say, I proceed to the end of my main phase. And if your opponent has nib, they will most likely attempt to nib you here if you're passing. So they are, let's say they're going to drop the rock, and it's going to give you a token right there. So that's going to be your spirit dragon that's now in the graveyard. So then, because you summoned a monster, you can still go back into your main phase because you were attempting to leave it, but obviously you still had to activate an effect. Right now, as you can see, we have no effect monsters on the field. So this is a bit of a problem. So that's why I play the Link Spider in the extra deck, right? So then you're going to link your token away into the Link Spider. So now you have an effect monster on the field, which you can target with the Sage effect and the Master effect in graveyard. So what I like to do here is, because I control an effect monster, I'll activate the Master's effect in graveyard. So he shuffles himself back into deck, targets an effect monster, then he sends it to grave to summon a Blue Eyes monster from graveyard. So generally, you can summon your spirit back, but in this combo, you'd rather summon back your Blue Eyes. Now remember, because we didn't activate the Maiden effect previously in the turn, we can now activate the effect with no fear of nib, right? So you've got your Maiden of White there. So what you do now is you go Sage effect, and you target the Maiden. You'll go channeling to Maiden to summon back the Sage. So it's going to send, and now you are going to summon your Jet Dragon from deck. Obviously don't summon it in that zone, that is idiotic. You want to play away from that zone. Then obviously you will just synchro these guys into your second spirit, and that is how you effectively play through a Nibiru. At the end of the day, you still pass on the same board essentially. It's just now all you have is, instead of just ending on Spirit, Majesty and Sage for follow-up, now you actually have Jet on field, Blue Eye Spirit and Majesty on board. If you pass and they say, okay, I don't have nib, at least you still have Sage in hand for the next turn. So this board through nib, they have a nib on the field, yes, but Spirit's got 3k defense, Jet has got 3k attack, and if he wants to attack the Jet Dragon, you can just activate the effect in the damage step to bounce a card he controls, which means that you basically can't attack over your board. And on top of that, you still have the Majesty non-target pop, and you have your Spirit Dragon, which can tag out into whatever the case may be. So yeah, I think this is a pretty decent combo playing through Nib. I mean, the combo playing through Ogre is obviously a bit different as well. So there are ways to play through certain hand traps, especially if you have a Sage in hand already. That is a nice way to play through hand traps, especially through something like an Imperm. Most people tend to Imperm the Sage, which is understandable because obviously this gets you to a lot of advantage, meaning you usually get to your Maiden and your Mausoleum. Obviously that is, and to your Blue Eyes as well. So that steamrolls into too much advantage for the opponent. However, if you draw a double Sage, then obviously you can just go normal summon Sage. Let's say they Imperm it, you make the link 1, you get the field spell, then you just normal summon Sage again, because as far as I'm aware, the normal summon effect is not once per turn. Even if that wasn't necessary, if you already had like a Maiden in hand, you can still use the effect from hand to send it to grave to summon a Blue Eyes from deck, which means you are essentially, the more Sages you draw and the more Maidens you draw, the more hand traps you can play through. Yeah, I believe that's gonna be it, guys, unless, wait, maybe I should show you guys the Ghost Ogre combo as just a nifty thing, because I believe some people will still side Ghost Ogre. Okay guys, this is with just Sage playing through a Ghost Ogre. So you guys already should know, if you know anything about Blue Eyes, is that if they already have Spirit Dragon up on field, you can just negate the graveyard effect of your True Light, so that your Spirit doesn't get destroyed. So obviously it's going to be, the normal combo is going to be Sage adding the Maiden, then you're going to link into the Spirit, you're going to add the field spell, and you're going to activate the field spell, and you can activate it here. If they ogre you here, it's not the end of the world. You can still play on because you've got Maiden in hand. So I think if they ogre you here, they were probably making a mistake. They probably don't know how to play against the deck. One of the reasons why I'm making this video, so everybody can be knowledgeable. So let's go, you go for the Mausoleum, dumping the Blue Eyes. From here, you're going to activate the Maiden, and you're going to place your True Light. So obviously in this scenario, you're thinking, okay, right, quiet, this guy doesn't have a Ghost Ogre. I'm going to cook him for real, and now you're going to go effect of Spirit, you're going to summon your Blue Eyes, and then you're going to attempt to activate your Maiden in graveyard and special summon her back. At this point, you can make your Spirit, and then obviously then you're going to activate your True Light. But let's say this guy says no, he goes and ogres your True Light, so the True Light is going to peg, and then it's going to attempt to activate in graveyard to destroy your field, but then you just chain your Spirit and you keep your Spirit alive. Now you still have obviously your 3 cards in hand along with your random discard, well, just 4 cards in hand in general, so you can probably still rely on something else. However, there is another way to make this work, and that is just by adding in the Roar of the Blue-Eyed Dragons. Now this is one of the reasons why I say I play it is a 2-off, because I believe this card is actually pretty decent when it comes to the pure version. So if you just rewind back to the point where you went for the Spirit, you dumped the Blue Eyes, and then you use the Spirit effect, and you summoned out the Blue Eyes and the Maiden. So at this point, usually if they had, so let's say you think they have Ogre, right? At this point, you can just go activate Roar to summon, because you control Blue Eyes, you're just going to summon out the Jet Dragon from deck. So Jet's effect obviously says that other cards in the field cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. So in this line of play, it's going to be beneficial to just go, obviously, sorry, I think I've made a mistake here somewhere. Oh yeah, the True Light should be face up on the field. So in this line of play, now you can go True Light effect, and you are going to set your wishes. You're going to activate your wishes, pitching your random card, and that is going to add you your Master and your Majesty. And then you go for your wishes and equip your fusion to your Blue Eyes, and now you just go for your normal play. So this end board is going to be a bit more disgusting, so you're just going to go for your Master. It's going to add back your Sage, and essentially now you can actually synchro summon with your Jet Dragon if you'd want to. However, it's not completely necessary. However, it does accomplish quite a bit. So let's say you go Sage effect to target your Maiden, and you go Maiden Chain Link 2 to summon back your Sage. She gets sent to graveyard, and now you plonk another Blue Eyes on the field. So that's going to be there. In this scenario, you obviously are just going to synchro with these into your first Spirit Dragon. What you can do here is actually go into Seals, but then you're just left with a random Blue Eyes or a Sage on the field. So you could actually just keep the Blue Eyes on the board as well if you wanted to. So you could just, for instance, go synchro these guys, the one that was equipped, into your spirit, and then you can make another spirit here as well. So it's either you end on double spirit or you end on spirit seals with a jet dragon on board and the majesty as well. Remember, the majesty in this combo obviously gives you 2 pops, which is a lot better, and it gives you a metric ton of follow-up. Yeah guys, I believe that is going to do it for now. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned a lot, and yeah, if you want to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys.